What bugs me about Return of the Jedi? There's a lot of things that went wrong with the special editions released by Lucasfilm to replace the original theatrical cut. They got rid of the wonderful song from Jabba's orchestra from the theatrical release. This was a perfect song and a perfect performance. They had to replace it. Then, of course, they had to get rid of the original ending for Luke and his Force family, along with original Anakin Skywalker. This is what we saw in the movie theater, but it's what the special editions decided we weren't allowed to see. Heck, they even replaced the beautiful Ewok song here at the end. This is the true close of Return of the Jedi. But what really bugs me about Return of the Jedi is this scene. The Emperor's advisors on the Death Star 2. When Return of the Jedi was made, this was the end of the series and the trilogy. So we had these advisors in the Emperor's throne room. Look at these characters. Strange. They appear just like the Emperor. It's clear from the original version of Return of the Jedi that Emperor Palpatine was not a human being, or what passes for a human being in a galaxy far, far away. Emperor Palpatine was a distinct alien race who was not human in the sense of human beings on the planet Alderaan or Tatooine. As shown here, he had advisors dressed in peculiar outfits, but more importantly, they had the same pale skin as he had. The makeup artists went to great pains to precisely match the appearance of these men with the appearance of the Emperor. But more importantly, the Emperor had a very creepy face. Emperor Palpatine had red-rimmed skin around his eyes, and he had yellow pupils. This is not a normal appearance for a human being. His advisors, if you look closely, also had red-rimmed skin around their eyes. Now this may be confusing to you adults who grew up watching the Star Wars prequels. Wasn't it Mace Windu who made the Emperor appear this way? Oh, he reflected the Force lightning back at the Emperor and made him look all disfigured. The Emperor even refers in his announcement of the Empire speech that the Jedi had disfigured him, making him look all ugly. This has a big problem in the Star Wars universe because they have Bacta tanks. That's right, Bacta tanks which can heal any scar that you might have. The other problem is the Emperor, we can presume, has the best health care in the galaxy. You might call it Palpatine care. And this guy can't get some kind of plastic surgery to fix his face?
Dr. Slotkin will give your daughter back her old nose!
There's actually a practical reason for this disfigurement. A Russian candidate for office named Viktor Yushchenko was disfigured by a poisoning attempt by the government of Russia. And they poisoned Viktor Yushchenko in order to either kill him or make him look too ugly to win the election. George Lucas wanted to work this current event into his movie, and he did. That's okay. That's not a problem. From movie to movie, a filmmaker should be allowed to update and change things for dramatic effect. And the Star Wars movies are in fact for entertainment. But this has forever marred our viewing pleasure of Return of the Jedi, which clearly shows that the Emperor is an alien species and he has aliens that look just like him. And guess what? Mace Windu didn't shock these poor guys with Force lightning, so why do they look exactly like the Emperor, right down to his skin tone and red-skinned eyes? It's just something we have to accept. And another thing we have to accept is that the original Return of the Jedi is the final Star Wars movie ever made. 1983, this was the end of the Star Wars universe, and there are no sequels written by hack writers employed by Disney to change and throw out every single concept that made Star Wars such a great family adventure. There's a reason Return to the Jedi is the final movie in the Star Wars trilogy and in the Star Wars universe. Thank you, George Lucas. Thank you, Luke Skywalker. Thank you, Han Solo. And thank you, Princess Leia. Heroes forever. Heroes untarnished by bad writing and by corporate buyouts and corporate mergers and teams of lawyers rewriting our heroes to fit current narratives. This is the Star Wars we loved, and this is the Star Wars as it shall always be.